The first shot should have killed him. That was the consensus among the K'Arthuan shock troopers watching through their thermal scopes as the projectile punched straight through the human's chest. The round was calibrated for armored infantry, dense plasma wrapped in a magnetic sheath, designed to liquefy organs and cauterize the wound instantly. The human staggered back a step. Then he laughed. A raw, barking sound burst from his mouth, echoing across the shattered ruins of Outpost Virex 9. Smoke drifted from the glowing hole in his torso. His blood, red, impossibly bright, splashed onto the cracked alien stone. And then the human took another step forward. What is it doing? One of the K'Arthuan soldiers hissed, mandibles clattering in fear. The battlefield had fallen silent. No return fire. No screams. Just the steady, unhurried sound of boots crunching over rubble as the human advanced. His name, though none of them knew it yet, was Ethan Cole, a maintenance engineer from Earth, pressed into service after humanity's first disastrous encounter with the K'Arthuan Dominion. Humanity had not come as conquerors. They had come as explorers, diplomats, scientists. The Dominion answered with orbital fire. Earth burned. Colonies fell. And the survivors learned something vital. The galaxy had badly underestimated humans. Ethan wasn't a soldier by choice. He was a survivor by necessity. And today, he was very hard to kill. Middle, the monster that wouldn't die. The K'Arthuan opened fire in unison. Plasma bolts streaked across the air, slamming into Ethan's body from every angle. His armor, once state-of-the-art, shattered under the barrage. Pieces flew away in molten chunks. His left arm disintegrated at the elbow. Ethan screamed. Then he laughed again. The sound was wrong, too defiant, too alive for a creature that should have been dead 10 times over. The Dominion commanders watched in horror as the human's body changed. Metal flowed beneath torn flesh. Nanite repair swarms, emergency tech meant only to keep wounded humans alive long enough for evacuation, went into full overdrive. Bones reforged themselves. Synthetic muscle wrapped around shattered organs. The hole in Ethan's chest sealed shut with a wet, mechanical hiss. Focus fire, the commander screeched. Do not let it close distance. Too late. Ethan broke into a run. He was bleeding, burning, falling apart, and rebuilding himself with every step. His face was twisted into a grin that held no humor, only rage. The first K'Arthuan trooper died when Ethan slammed into him like a missile. The alien's chitinous torso collapsed inward as Ethan drove a shoulder through it. He tore the plasma rifle from the corpse and used it like a club, crushing skulls and snapping limbs. Every hit he took only slowed him for seconds. Pain didn't stop him. Fear didn't stop him. Death refused to take him. The K'Arthuan had never faced anything like this. Their wars were calculated. Clean. Enemies broke and fled when wounded. Humans didn't flee. They adapted. They endured. They came back angrier. As Ethan fought his way deeper into the outpost, fragments of memory flickered through his mind. His sister screaming as orbital fire tore through their city, his father crushed under falling concrete, the silence of Earth's skies afterward. This wasn't just a battle. This was payment. The truth the galaxy didn't know. The Dominion believed humans were fragile because their bodies were soft. They were wrong. Humans were fragile and kept going anyway. Ethan reached the central command chamber, where the K'Arthuan commander stood frozen in disbelief. Guards fired until their weapons overheated. One by one, Ethan dismantled them, his body barely holding together. "You should be dead," the commander whispered. Ethan stopped a few meters away, breathing hard. Half his face was burned away, revealing metal beneath his cheekbone. His remaining eye locked onto the alien. Yeah, Ethan said hoarsely. I get that a lot. The commander raised a sidearm with trembling claws. What are you? Ethan thought about that. He thought about Earth, about humanity, about all the times humans had been told to surrender, to submit, to accept extinction quietly. I'm the guy you shouldn't have shot, he replied. The commander fired. The bolt struck Ethan's head point blank. For a heartbeat, everything went white. Then Ethan stepped forward out of the smoke. The nanites rebuilt his skull as fast as it vaporized, sparking and screaming as systems overloaded. His body shook, warning alarms blaring in his ears. Critical failure imminent. He had minutes, maybe seconds. Enough. Ethan grabbed the commander and lifted him effortlessly off the ground. This is for Earth, he said. He tore the alien in half. The ending. Humanity's reputation is born. Ethan collapsed moments later. The nanites finally failed, burning themselves out as his body gave one last defiant effort to stay alive. He lay amid the ruins of the command chamber, staring at the ceiling as alarms wailed and fire spread. He smiled faintly. Worth it, he whispered. Hours later, Dominion reinforcements arrived. They found no resistance, no defenders, just a single human body at the center of a destroyed outpost and a data core broadcasting a message across all known frequencies. It was Ethan's voice, recorded moments before his systems failed. To anyone listening, you shot us first. You burned our home, and we are not done. Humans break, humans bleed, but we do not stop. The message spread like wildfire. Across alien worlds, commanders replayed the footage of a human being shot, burned, dismembered, and still advancing. Scientists rewrote their threat assessments. Militaries quietly adjusted their invasion plans. Some canceled them entirely. On Earth, years later, a memorial stood where Ethan Cole had grown up. Children learned his name in history classes, not as a super soldier, not as a monster, but as a human who refused to fall. The galaxy learned a simple truth that day. If you shoot a human and he laughs,
run.
Because humanity doesn't need to be invincible. They only need to keep coming.